Welcome back, everybody, to another Comic Con. I don't even know what I want to say. SDCC at home panel watch along. And for this one, we're going to be watching What We Do in the Shadows. So
I'm really
excited.
excited
It's
for this
starting
one.
in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the. Nope. That's ours.
Wrong one. Wrong one.
All right. Sorry. Hang on a second. Just want to drop the link into the chat so you guys can, for all our What We Do in the Shadow fans.
Who I hope are all of you.
Who are all of you. So there you go. There is a link to watch along. And hello to Anime Girl. And hello to Jolene, Noah. Wait, what does it look like on here? Oh, the little emojis are so cute. To Noah, to Exiled Universe, and Chris is watching via Twitch. Thank you so much. Hopefully, in about a week or so, we'll be putting more content on Twitch.
Yeah.
So
We
little tease there.
Should we talk a little bit? See, now we have a few minutes.
We got a few minutes.
So one of the big things that we did this week was go to Best Buy.
Yeah.
And we looked at computers, we looked at cameras, and technically we found everything we wanted because we've been doing, well, this one right here has been doing a lot of studying, a lot of finding out exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
And they had they have their deal to where if you get a certain amount, it all goes into a 24-month interest-free
without
financing.
getting into too much of the number specifics.
Yeah.
I prefer to keep that private.
Yeah.
But we were able to purchase some good stuff that'll help enhance our hopefully streaming experiences for you guys, our video production quality
and our capabilities,
and hopefully it'll allow us to start streaming on Twitch as well. So if you guys wanted to find us on Twitch, we're just at twitch.tv/themoviecouple. Very simple. Same name as here. I'm going to actually look for that What We Do in the Shadows panel. And
so we're hoping that soon we'll be able to also do some live streaming on Twitch with video games. Some of the video games that we play and stuff. So maybe we'll do some Borderlands. Maybe mainly what we want to do is some of your Animal Crossing
because I love it. I'm so bummed that today I literally haven't been able to turn on the game for the last like 2 to 3 days. So there goes my Nook Mile streak. And today is the bug off for the Northern Hemisphere Islands, and I have not participated at all because my attention's been Comic-Con. Look, Animal Crossing is every day, and there will be another bug off, I think.
True.
One more in August. I think there's one more in August. So if I miss it today, so be it. But Comic-Con, I feel like watching all of this is more important than me playing on my little fantasy island.
And we want to get some of this stuff out live and as quickly as we can to you guys. And plus, we love watching these things live with you guys. So I think our priorities are on the right path.
It's the best part.
Trying to get some cool material out to you guys.
Yeah, it's seriously, thank you so much for the emoji, Anime Girl. So it's like they're so cute.
And I wonder why they don't show up on
StreamYard.
On StreamYard, but they do show like one's dabbing.
One's dabbing. I've never seen you dab before.
You've never seen? Oh, I used to do it a lot in some of the presentations.
Well, because you worked with kids.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a delay on our YouTube stream video, like a few seconds, maybe 30 or so. So I just saw.
You just saw me dab.
I kind of just saw it. Oh my god, that's
I'm
so
sorry.
funny.
It wasn't a very enthusiastic dab.
Oh
it was
my gosh.
kind of half-assed. I apologize.
And you guys see the glasses are now on because this is our third live stream for today, and I've been editing between most of our panels. I assume that we're gonna edit.
You've been doing so much work, baby.
Too, so I'm just like, oh man, I gotta go check on the rice.
Well, it should be still good, right? Here. Tell you what, you can stay here.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll make sure.
Just let me know if it's on keep warm or whatever, and then you have to.
Naturally, it does that, doesn't it? It just clicks off. And does...
You have to look at it. The light should be blue. I think. I don't know. Don't burn the rice. Yeah, exactly. I don't want it to be dry. Yeah.
So yeah,
crunchy.
It's on warm.
It's on warm? Okay. Yeah. It should be okay then.
Yeah.
You can unplug it actually.
Are you sure?
Because we're not using it warm. We're gonna use.
Yeah, that's right.
We wanted to make fried rice, but no, everybody knows you don't make fried rice with fresh rice. You make it with Okay. He's just going to turn it off. Just unplug it and then come on back to this. So I am going to, once Dustin sits down, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this little tab. Okay, refreshing. They are not ready yet. So you're okay, but you unplugged it?
Yes, I did. I unplugged our fried rice.
Welcome to Rice Cooker Talk with the movie couple. Where we'll talk about how to make rice. There is an atrocious video out there of a tutorial of how to make egg fried rice. And this woman, she said, okay, cook your rice. So she boiled it in a pot. I guess she didn't have a rice cooker, but she's not using like leftover rice. And I was like, no.
She's like making with fresh rice.
But then she doesn't wash the rice before she cooked it. And then after she took the rice out because she didn't measure the water correctly, she didn't do the, the finger trick where the water, she drains the rice and then she puts water in it again to like cool it down. I don't know what. I'm like, stop!
I don't even make rice that often. And I'm like, you don't do that.
Who makes rice like that? Well, apparently she does. Yeah,
the funniest thing though was the guy who was making fun of it.
Yeah, he was watching and commentating, and I didn't watch the video all the way through, but that is not. And then she pre-cooked the egg and let it sit on the side, and I was like, so you're double cooking the eggs, and now it won't be tender.
So we're going to try to make some better fried rice later today.
And I'll if you follow us on Instagram, I'm just at Wendy Lee Zaney. It's just my name, or you can follow us. It's a movie couple _, but I mostly post to Wendy Lee Zaney. If we do the fried rice with some pork belly, we'll show it to you. But now that it is 5 o'clock, let's go ahead and refresh that tab for what we do in the shadows. And it's only 32 minutes. Wow. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm happy to have it. So I'm going to go ahead and share our screen so we can see it.
Yay.
Okay, hang on. We're going to do...
Oh, wait, no, wrong one. You did ours again.
Oh, boy. Sorry, you guys. I'm still somehow very new at this.
It happens, especially when you start trying to...
This one.
No, that's the one that you... Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Are you sure? Okay. Yes. Okay, great. And then we're going to maximize it. All right, you guys ready? Let's watch this.
Woohoo!
Here
I'm
we
so
go.
excited.
Let me do that. I need full volume for this.
And here we go. I love the beginning of the music too. 5 spits for an enemy limit. Tip.
I feel like I'm watching the show.
On behalf of everyone at FX, I want to thank you all for joining us for our 2020 virtual San Diego Comic-Con panel for our hit comedy
John Soberg.
series, What We Do in the Shadows. With a cast the Boston Globe calls perfection from top to bottom, What We Do in the Shadows follows a household of vampires living in Staten Island as they try to navigate the modern world with the help of their loyal familiar. The first season came to a shocking conclusion when we discovered that
Spoilers
is actually a descendant of the legendary vampire killer Van Helsing. In season 2, the show doubled down on the drama and silliness to deliver another hilarious season.
Mm-hmm.
Television critics across the country are calling Shadows the best comedy on TV.
I like how they just shortened it to Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I want to start doing that.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our moderator for today's panel. We love his killer high fives, and you may recognize him from his work on Future Man, The Kaminsky Method, Silicon Valley, and now What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Please welcome our favorite reanimated familiar,
Topher!
Being with us today.
Haley Joe.
Hey.
It's going to be a real treat to talk to everyone from our quarantine places all over the world. And I'd first like to congratulate everyone at What We Do in the Shadows for such an amazing and hilarious second season.
Yes.
So now I would like to introduce the cast and creators of What We Do in the Shadows. Please welcome Harvey Guillen.
Yay! Oh, look at the giant.
How's it going, dude? Please welcome Caveon Novak.
He's just K.
There he is. Hello. Please welcome Natasha Dimitriou.
Yay!
Woo! Oh, look at those! Look at those shoulders. They're poofy.
Do the whole panel like that.
I think
Matt Berry.
Yeah.
The Human Bartender.
Mm-hmm.
The Human Bartender.
Please welcome Mark Broach.
Who's that? Yay!
Colin
No, we
Robinson.
know. We're just joking. We know who that is. Stephanie Robinson.
Woo.
Please welcome Paul Sim.
They coordinated that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cute. Yeah.
I like that.
The turnaround.
The turnaround.
This is like the most theatrical entrances. Most dramatic
well,
entrances.
Under the circumstances. My first question is to Harvey, because as you mentioned, we left off season 1 with a huge cliffhanger about your character's lineage, and you followed a pretty dramatic arc leading up to that terrific finale in season 2. So could you tell us a little bit about how your character evolved, as a response to revelations that he had about his character?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that we were going to go in that direction in season 1, so to see the trajectory
Everything's
of
okay.
Storyline's kind of been awesome and welcomed. I think no one expected it. I don't think the fans did. I didn't. And season 2 started with a bang. Just as you know, we were off and running, killing vampires. And trying to stop evil from.
Hello, Jack. Welcome to the stream.
So I really enjoyed that. I'm really enjoying that Guillermo's kind of torn between, what's probably his destiny and what he's longing to be, which are two great things to play, and also still being loyal to the people who are complete equals to him sometimes, but so he still loves those housemates. So yeah, it's been fun. I love it.
And you had some pretty
so
incredible
cute.
stunt work
Look at her
to do
outfit,
Natasha. What was the process like for that?
That was fun. I didn't know that was going to happen until the first episode of season 2, and then I got paired off with Tig, our stunt coordinator, and started going to the gym and like working out, which I didn't think I was going to be doing, which is good for me, just like build like stamina and stuff. But
I'm just going to stab and stuff.
So it was like a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I was like, we're just doing a musical.
I'm gonna write back to Jack here in the chat.
It paid out. It looked really cool on camera. I didn't know it was gonna look well, but people have been really been responding to it, especially people who are like, good. I like seeing someone who kick ass, who's not a stereotypical like just some round kid.
Nope.
So that's been fun.
That's very true. I love it when Guillermo has his action scenes.
Oh my god, so good.
For the relationship between Mandor and Guillermo in this season. Do you think that Mandor truly has turned a corner in realizing that he sort of needs Guillermo?
I think he's going to go, no.
Despite that
I think a little.
Maybe a little.
Back to their previous dynamic.
That's a good question. I would say that,
it's throwing me off. He doesn't have the accent.
Relationship that they have, and I think that the way that
he sounds so much more sophisticated.
Kind of codependency together, where on one hand Guillermo really wanted to be a vampire, and now
he
realizes
doesn't.
that actually he doesn't need to be a vampire anymore because he's a vampire killer. He doesn't want to be a vampire, So,
but then now he still has friends that are vampires,
right?
Because no one else listens to a damn word Nando says in the house, apart from Guillermo. So who's he going to boss around? So now
that's true.
Interesting.
Is this a spoiler? Has everyone seen it? Everyone's seen it, right? Everyone knows the last bit.
The last bit.
I'll get to the point. Is that
I feel like if you're here, you've seen it.
Yeah, if you're here, you've seen season 2.
Guillermo stick around because he could kill Nando. So Nando has basically got someone that could kill him. And that, it's a complete, I don't know. I'm concerned.
Before it was always, Dandor could kill Guillermo.
Yep.
But
now that he knows.
Where it's going, but we're not allowed to say yet.
Oh.
What?
That was going to be my question to you guys, because I have to congratulate you additionally. It's been greenlit for a 3rd season.
Congratulations!
And hopefully a 4th
season.
season.
That's all going to be under wraps as you guys write from your vampire hideouts for the rest of the
Oh yeah, that's right, because they probably have not started filming at all.
So we're not going to get a trailer then.
No.
That's why it's only 30 minutes. Okay.
But it will be very exciting.
That's fantastic. Natasha, you worked extensively with a puppet version of yourself
Yes.
this season.
Sorry.
Alongside the writing, I was lucky enough to see all of the
I love Matt's
improvisation
tankard.
that happens on set. Was
I
it
didn't see it.
possible to improvise with your set and with yourself? And what did you record your voice first, or was that just going with the script at that point and the voiceovers later?
Yeah, I did all the recording of the voice actually in lockdown. So if it doesn't sound that good, that's why. And it was very, very easy to improvise with myself because I am a fantastic actress and improviser.
Did everybody do their ADR? Sorry, please.
No, you go.
I also did my ADR from this room. Did everybody do their ADR from home?
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
That was fun.
Just
couldn't tell as an audience.
No.
Like couldn't tell.
No, that's what I was going to say. It's always been my dream to work against someone who's as good as me.
My gosh, she is Nadja. She really is Nadja. I love it.
The two of you and Matt had an extended musical episode in that club. I was curious, Matt, how much music was written for that episode, and how much of it didn't make it into the show?
I don't know because I haven't seen that episode. So I wrote a whole load of things. I don't know what made it and what didn't, but they're all sort of less than 30 seconds long. There was no, sort of.
They're all their characters.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I have seen it, and there was some amazing songs written that made it in, and there was a couple I'm very pleased to say that me and Matt penned in his little dressing room on a keyboard that also made it in. But yeah, there were some amazing ones. The hoop skirt was a poop skirt. The writers, and that was one of my favorites.
So good.
What's the Hitler one too? Was that the same song?
That's another one that was written by.
But we didn't get that one, right?
No, I think they did.
Did they?
Yeah,
I don't remember it.
Mark, I heard that you were very ill during the episode of
Hi,
your
Dad.
promotion.
What are you doing?
Work in that freezing city and flying around.
That's hilarious that his kid just comes in. Okay, Dad, you're boring.
Okay, Dad, I'm bored.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you have none of your creature comforts with you.
That's really cute.
And then
I'm just gonna watch with Dad.
For a second,
Toronto,
I was always expecting like the mom to come in through the door.
Like that one video. No, that's adorable.
You just take a lot of drugs and mile, and you take the smooth with the rough, I guess. The flying was fun. It's a little painful, as all the other vampires know and have to do it much more than I do, so I can't really complain about that. But yeah, I mean, you just
every time I think of Colin, I think of
go to work, you do it. So hopefully the episode didn't suffer because of me being sick. But
do you think that Colin is
couldn't tell
the most powerful vampire in the house overall?
Now,
I mean, I think it's relative. Like, we all have our own specialties that we can play on each other.
Good answer.
I clearly, if he gets them all in a room and they're not very being, too aware of what he's doing.
Oh, caveon.
It can cause a lot of problems. But at the same time, Guillermo is very powerful now, and caveon has his powers, and Matt has his, and Natasha is loud. So
Natasha is loud.
Natasha is loud.
Stephanie and Paul, how far in advance did you know that Jim the Vampire would be Mark?
All the kids are coming onto Paul's screen.
To incorporate that into
I want to hear about
that episode.
I feel like we had enough time. Like it was better than what sort of happened in the past. There's been times on this show where it's because of visa issues getting actors to Toronto and everyone's scheduled. And we shoot so close to the holidays that it can be sometimes hard to lock people down. But
in this specific instance, I think we were lucky that we knew, like, somewhat ahead of time that he was going to be there and had, enough time to write the part specifically geared towards him, I think.
Yeah.
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 Was the pool cue lightsaber thing written, or did that happen?
That was one of those things that I think
that was good
happened on set. If I'm not mistaken, it was the stunt coordinators who came up with
of course.
Mark Hamill, lightsaber,
who did an awesome job directing that episode, and that was something that was designed for that specific space when they were sort of blocking it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when we originally blocked it all out, we were just trying to think of all the ways they could fly it. We thought, oh, then maybe they'll hit pool cues at each other. And then when it was on the day and we were shooting it, and you saw Mark Hamill pick up the pool cue, everyone on set went, oh my god.
I've never seen Matt so giggly.
I would be too.
You kind of understand what that was like. I mean, I was stood in front of Luke Skywalker, and he held something like that right in front of me. And it doesn't matter how cool you think you are or in character.
You're never as cool as Mark
Yeah.
Hamill with a lightsaber type thing in his hand.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pretty special.
We keep losing Caveon.
Caveon, come back.
You guys about the directors you have on the show. I got to work with Kyle Newacek, who was incredible and did several episodes this season. But you can just tell that there's a different approach from every director working on this. How do you guys work with each of these individual directors, and how does that approach throughout the season
progress?
Mm-hmm.
It's just for anybody.
And I'll jump in. The interesting thing is, Kyle's great, and also our editor who edited the movie and edited the first season of the show, Yana Gorskaya, directed 2 episodes for the first time. And that, I mean, I don't know how it was as an actor, but for me, that was a really fun experience because she has seen every single piece of footage, knows how the show goes together, and really came at it with the approach of knowing what we needed and what we didn't need. And that was, you don't usually get that from a first-time director, but she wasn't really a first-time director since she was so familiar with the show.
True.
I loved it. You would have no clue that she was a first-time director at all.
Also, no matter what director's there, I send little bits of paper with notes on to all the actors saying stop up and that. So there are lots of directors, but I'm always directing.
You said I've from this point on I refuse to be directed. Was that who's that one that you're telling me about?
I'll direct my own
That was
scenes.
an actor that I worked with who said she was self-directing.
Yes.
Self-director, she'd be like, and action. And
That's funny.
Camera 1 on me and action. Herself, it was good.
Yeah. This show, as I found out in the few days that I was there, is very nocturnal, like its characters, and it's cold when you're shooting. I love being able to see.
That's right. They'd always be shooting at night.
Yeah, and it was always the breath.
Not someone spraying the backlot in California. That's real snow that you're up working in.
Whoa, that
How
sucks.
challenging
That's
is it
cold.
for all of you to get through those months working through the night and trying to sleep all day on such a grueling show like this, and added to that all the time in the makeup trailer with all the elaborate stuff that you guys are wearing.
Paul Sim says, I'm watching people watching me.
Yes, there's a delicious restaurant in front of which
That is so cool that Paul Simpson
It's grueling.
is in the chat.
I mean, I'm a nocturnal person, so I don't mind it. Even it starts to wear on me. There'll be weeks where you start work at 6 p.m. and
Gotta say hello to
except when you're going home.
hello to Paul Sims. He is literally in the chat watching us, watching him,
Mhm.
watching us, watching him.
And I love the fact that you have your kids in the background, man.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Good for the show.
Dad props.
Because you get sort of become like a vampire. And then also, but then you also are still human. So sometimes you're like, oh, I think I'm going to die. Very, like, very weird, surreal experience. But that kind of works for the show, I think.
Caveon keeps leaving.
Oh, poor Caveon.
There are definitely waves and stages to it. Like at the beginning, it sort of does feel like you're at a very long, extended sleepover with your friends, like at a theater camp, and it's fun and
no,
you do whatever you want and eat whatever you want. Your parents are telling you to go to bed, but then there is a point where your body just starts shutting down and you're turning green and yellow all of a sudden because you haven't seen the sun in months.
Because they always shoot at night.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that...
help if they dye your hair black, because then your face looks even more sort of drawn out.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, it's
that's got to be really tough. Yeah, all those
nighttime shoots.
I mean, you pretty much turn into a vampire.
Or imitates life.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't help when you're, it's the 7th week.
Caveon, come back.
You have a outdoor night shoot, and you can't feel your feet, and the crew isn't as babied as the actors, and so,
the crew's got to be exhausted
and getting sick and stuff. So
and then the actors start.
It can be hard, but hopefully, like I said before, it doesn't make it on the screen.
Well, that's true. I mean, they said Mark got sick, so and he was able to push
Hamill
through
did?
it.
Oh,
No.
Matt Berry.
What? No, not Matt.
Oh, that Mark. Right.
One
Colin.
thing that does make it on the screen is working in that vampire house. I had never seen so many lit candles on one set before, which
it's real.
The
wow!
The insurance.
What is it like working in an environment like that where you can travel a lot of ground? Is that helpful to certain improv scenarios where you can move from room to room and you're truly in kind of this enclosed place to play?
I worry about the costume getting, because they're so grand that they get caught and all the candles sticking it and then wax all over the place.
I know, those costumes are amazing.
Yeah.
Every day I go on set, I'm like, I still can't believe how detailed and how this is like a weird vampire house.
Behind the scene bonus, we should get a house tour.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like when they put this on the box set for the DVD that we probably will purchase, like not Nadia, show us the house.
Paul said that did happen.
Oh.
And you're just like, fire, put it out.
The costume designer are like,
oh. Such an elaborate and really just beautiful set, and it lends itself to your creativity, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
No, it does. I mean, I asked about this afternoon, and I said to the fellow that was interviewing that it's not only the best set that I've ever worked on, it's the best set I've ever seen.
Wow.
It looks like a beautiful set.
Yeah.
This music room that was built for us for what on screen will probably be about 12 seconds. But,
Caveon's back.
Stuff that was in that Bonitash, it was incredible.
Yeah, I honestly, they were just like, oh, there's another room. It is unbelievable. And the only issue with lit candles is you can't stop and have photos taken because you will catch
the continuity
on fire.
Oh.
And it was completely my fault. Luckily, the set, there's loads of fire sort of wardens and people, so he put me out. And it was completely my fault. So I was like, me and Matt.
Of course it would be her.
Jeez.
I've never seen people run towards an actor like that. The terror in their eyes was hilarious.
The actor, the costume, the set.
She's on fire.
You set yourself on fire. It's so embarrassing.
And then just throughout the entire day, you're just like, yeah, I'm the one who set themselves on fire.
Policy for what you're allowed to take home with you. Just the artwork itself. There's so many portraits of things behind stuff.
Matt took something from the set. What did he take?
I guess that's the policy.
Oh wow.
Is that from the Necromancer's hut?
Kyvan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from Benedict Wong when he. I wonder if they got to keep their little license plate keychain.
Oh yeah.
You can get and hope no one notices because I did.
Oh
my God. That's great. See, if they sold that at Comic-Con as like an exclusive, I'd buy it and go line up and try to get Caveon to sign it.
Mm-hmm. Caveon should have some of that stuff with him.
In the trailer very late that someone's teeth were misplaced, and we had to do a search through the Winnebago for that. How was it adjusted teeth season to season?
She said,
do you forget that they're there after a while?
No.
That's not the issue. It's forgetting to put them in.
Oh, true.
Okay.
Forgetting to put them in after lunch, and then you're like, well, that whole scene is unusable
because they always see it.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk a little bit different with the men too.
Yes, very true, very true.
Do they have more than one set? So it's like you take them out and do you stick the same ones back in, or they stick different ones back in after lunch?
I don't know. I'm sure they're the same ones because you can get the ones that are molded.
It's okay. And to this day, I don't know what it was. I'd be like, have you been eating some
Jello?
Harvey, you were kind enough to have me on your Instagram show Before the Shadows. How has that been running that in parallel with the broadcast of the series and interacting with fans in that way?
Well, it started off as a one-time thing, and I asked like Stephanie Robinson to come on. They're just like me on my phone and like adding, guests. And then after the first episode aired, fans were like, "Okay, so when's the next week?" And I wasn't planning on doing it every week. And then
surprise, you do one episode. They want
down. We're gonna get home, and so I really just did it because the fans were asking for it. So to create that content,
that just shows how how just involved.
Didn't you get
to
meet Harvey at Comic-Con 2019?
Yeah.
Late to the party did, because he was at that they had that pop-up and they were with the wings.
Yeah, he
on
showed
the wall.
up.
Yeah, he was there.
Mm-hmm. I saw him. I didn't get to talk to him or meet him.
Aww.
Late to the party did.
Aww.
So I think I just did it as here's something, like something fun, and it turned into like a whole season. I think we shot.
Paul says they have special set ones that are custom made for them.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, they would have just super duper good ones.
Yeah.
Not like the cheap ones that I get from Halloween Town.
One size fits all kind.
Yeah. Well, no, they're the ones that you do have to mold, but I'm sure they got super good ones.
I didn't know where Paul grew up, and we had a whole conversation of where he grew up and like that. And people like that stuff, so it became this whole show thing, and it was time consuming though because it was like a 5 day a week kind of thing because you have to write the show, write the jokes, write the full artwork from fans online. So my sister actually jumped on board and produced it. So she was producing it and helping me write it.
That is so cool.
We're working with, we wanted to stream simultaneously through all platforms, every social media.
I just realized
Instagram,
Harvey's chair.
Facebook,
yeah, it's super gothy
it's really
and
cool.
rococo. I love it.
It's recorded and put to a website you can watch later. So if you're going to wait to watch the show, you can go to Before the Shadows and watch all the episodes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, but I'm glad we did it.
You're using up all your stuff for the Comic-Con panel about what we do before the Shadows.
This is a perfect time to pitch my own stuff.
Yeah.
There's way more stuff. There's always more stuff to talk about.
Well, I'm wanting to see Before the Shadows now.
Yeah, me too.
We're all doing this remotely, obviously. So just to talk about that a little bit.
Caveon left again.
Poor Caveon. He keeps on getting kicked.
Sort of scattered across the world right now.
I've been really busy doing a show called What We Do Before the Shadows.
Ah!
That up a lot of my time. Filming Harvey is being very, very stressful.
Oh man.
Stephanie and I have been really busy because the quarantine started right when we were starting to edit the show. So we had to figure out
that's rough.
how to edit remotely,
yep.
how to color correct remotely,
Oof.
sound mix remotely, how to get everyone's loop and ADR lines remotely.
Oh, then
that's
Paul,
so
props.
hard.
Props to you, man. That's got to be tough.
Quarantine's literally thrown a wrench in every single production that I know.
Yeah.
It was fine.
No
I
exception.
recorded it for Better Call Saul. It was fine when I recorded it for, any number of other shows. But for this one,
we have very strict standards here. I mean, we don't just go with whatever we're perfect.
Yeah. Caveon.
Poor Caveon. It's that internet connection sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess that I'll throw this question to everybody else. Most of our characters have had successful and complicated romantic adventures. Do you think there's a potential for Nandor to find love?
Oh, it's caveon.
Yeah, obviously.
I hope so.
And Nadia have
now that Guillermo's gone,
do you think we'll see that plot line emerge for Nandor?
Very good question, Haley. I wonder.
He's looking at the big bulletin board that's right off.
Turn the camera.
No, sorry.
Spoilers.
We're not showing that.
Obviously, Dandor is lonely, and
Poor Nandor.
well, now he's
Look at him there.
I think
Caveon.
I think if the preview we could give about season 3, it's that they all have something that they're searching for. Mandor might be searching for love. Colin,
He's gonna be like, wait, what?
Now he became an energy vampire.
Yeah.
He's just rolled with it all these years.
Oh.
Ooh.
There might be a search that he goes on, and there might be
They're giving some spoilers.
duties. And I'm giving too much away.
You're giving a lot away. Stephanie's like, dude, you're talking to. But give us more.
Look at
Give us more.
Caveon's like,
And I guess that I'll plow ahead with the question you may not be able to answer as well. We saw a big broadening of the magical world and the creatures that live in it.
yes.
Here.
Bring back Carol.
What sort of creatures do you think are still out there for our characters to interact with? We saw trolls and witches. Are we going to see more of that menagerie in season 3? Do you think?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good one to say that won't spoil anything.
More witches.
Witches, yeah.
More Carol. Bring her back. She was my favorite. Kitty.
Right?
Oh.
Kitty.
I have an idea for that.
I turned myself into a cat.
And it probably is so sad because he has no idea what's going on because he's been cut out so much.
Yeah.
Puppies or kittens, so we can play with some small animals on set.
Get some gnomes.
Yeah.
Like those little
Oh,
gnomes.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I can't play with him anymore.
With little sharp teeth and like, yeah.
We haven't seen goblins yet either. A hellhound?
That's all I'm saying.
Even Steph's like, that's a little too much.
You heard it here first.
It's Comic-Con. You have to drop at least 1 or 2 spoilers.
Yeah, no, that's true.
We'll give him a lot of notice about what we need the Hellhound to do. Then the Hellhound will do whatever it does.
Hellhound versus Colin.
So if we ever want some spoilers, we make sure we contact Paul.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because you're getting me so excited about the next season, man.
So good.
So excited.
Yeah. What's have there ever been any live bats on set? Because there's
Bats.
exploring into bats, but has that all been CGI, or did you ever get a fun little box?
We've had a goat.
We've had raccoons.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, they're not.
Raccoons?
A dog. A whole pack of dogs.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been one other animal. Can't remember what it was.
What other animals have they had?
Oh, what?
But there was a lizard. There's a gecko.
Oh.
And there was a squirrel, yes.
Small dinosaur of some sort.
Oh, dinosaur of some sort.
The bat is actually, you wouldn't believe how, with a show with this production value, the bat quite often when we need an eye line is literally a rubber bat on a stick. that they wave, and I'm always like, oh, very good. What? And they're like, no, that's the bat.
Better than a tennis ball. All right, guys. Well, I'm getting the red light, so it's been really.
You see,
wonderful.
whoever's producing this is like, wrap it up.
Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
So good.
Harvey, Natasha, Stephanie, Matt, Mark, Paul, Caveon. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope to see you all soon on the other side of this.
Woo!
Congratulations on everything.
Topher!
Topher!
Great talking to you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.
I'm waiting on
I always feel like I'm
we're in the Zoom
on
or
the Zoom
something.
with them.
Yeah.
But of course, that's also one of the things that's great about what we do in the shadows.
Yes.
Is the fact that all you want to do is just hang out with these characters.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be doing pretty much anything that they want to write.
Yeah.
And since we just love the characters, we love their dialogue, we love their banter, we love the story of what's going on with them. So something like this, where it's just them pretty much hanging out, answering a few questions. We got a couple of good spoilers.
Everyone except for Caveon, who was like in out, but he at least got a question or an answer in towards the beginning of the panel, and it was I really enjoyed. Just like it's been forever since I feel like since we like ended the previous season, we finished watching, so we just haven't been able to kind of like revisit these characters. I gotta say, like everybody's aesthetic was like on point.
Yeah,
like the way that Natasha like dressed up with her her hair and the glasses. Matt's got the glasses on too. And I was just like, everybody looks so good. Guillermo with the chair.
You can really see why each one of those people were cast in their roles.
Yes.
I mean, you can so see the character
already.
While they're sitting there on with, the terrible camera that we all have for our live stream stuff. And it's just, I love watching them.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this, and just to be able to hang out with them. Yeah.
And we're glad that Paul and Zach from the show were able to come in to our stream, our chat, and literally.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, that was like, I don't think they're here anymore, but that was really cool because they were watching people watch their panel.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really
that's
fun.
Gonna be a little trippy for you guys too.
Like, what's happening? Yeah. So hopefully, I don't know if the live chat replays continues, but like that's really like it was a treat because I felt like we got like a bonus content, Comic-Con exclusive.
Very true.
And I love seeing what we're gonna get for the next season, like this sort of like journey that Mandor is going to go on, and like there's gonna be more creatures, and I've always said that about the last seasons that we got like more look, because the original movie with Taika, it was vampires, and werewolves.
I think they might have mentioned one other supernatural creature,
maybe,
but I have to rewatch the movie.
Yeah, but this one we had witches, a troll, we have energy vampire, which is totally something different.
I love that twist too. I love that development into a character of an energy vampire.
Yeah, Collins had some pretty sick episodes where his head was like this big.
That's right. When he became super powerful, and he was like shaving it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, what else? A necromancer, a zombie, a Carol.
There's a troll, and witches. And,
I love that. I'm trying to think like what other fantastical creatures of the night. I'd want to see.
I like the mention of a hellhound.
Yes.
And what is also their adaptation of that?
Can a Grim Reaper just come?
Grim Reaper, that's right. That would be like
why not?
Some kind of physical manifestation of death, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But then you find out like death is actually this really chill guy. And you just kind of explore that. You're like, wow, this death is not how I expected him to be.
Yeah. Bring Mark Hamill back.
Yeah.
Wait.
If you can bring Mark Hamill back, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So
or have what's his name, Laszlo, go be a bartender again. Or something. I don't know. I don't want them to rehash what they've done already. Like everybody on this show is so creative that like I just want to see it going forward. And honestly, if you like just give us anything, we'll watch it because it's just so good. So we're really happy that we got to see this panel, and it's just gets me more excited for the next season, even though everybody's in quarantine right now and there's really not much. They can't go back on a set.
Yeah.
And their set is so elaborate. It's not like, it's kind of like, oh, you can just set up a blue green screen at home and like that's gonna look fine. Like it won't.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm also a little curious about. So if it's such an elaborate set, does that mean at the end of season 2 they have to tear it down and then build it back up, kind of a thing? Or if do they just leave it, kind of a thing? Because that's got to be a huge endeavor too.
I don't know how that works as far as production goes, because that's never been like my field in that sense. But I wonder,
because normally they tear down the set after every season unless it's something that they know has gotten renewed.
I think it's still standing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I think it's still standing, and you know, I'm sure.
And then when you go in, don't even clean it. All of the spider webs and all of the dust will
it'll
just
feel
add
real.
another layer to realism.
You got real candles, real spider webs, and real spiders, maybe real rodents.
Real actors getting set on fire.
It's funny because if you look through the chat, where remember how they're talking about like they had actual candlesticks, and then we and I was just like, oh God, I can just see somebody knocking it over by accident, getting caught on something, getting a bump, whatever, and it falls. And
it happens.
And he's like, it happens. And then Natasha said it, and he's like, I told you. I was like, and you can see everybody like with the fire extinguisher and towels and water and just going to first make sure the person is okay.
Yeah.
2, the costume. 3, the set. You know, it's just
actually
crazy.
Probably first, actor set, because a costume I think would be easier to replace than the set.
But you have to also think, and this goes hand in hand, so maybe you can put both on this, and we're going on a tangent here, on the same tier. But if her costume is noticeably burned, she can't shoot anymore, especially from specific angles.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
so like then they have to break and redress her and whatever and this and that. So it's all equally important, which is why everybody freaks out. Well, you guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us as we watch our final panel that we're watching for the day for the San Diego Comic-Con at home stuff. Thanks for joining in on all of our live streams so far. We know who you are. We've seen you. Thank you so much. The Movie Bunch. We love you guys. I don't believe we have any panels scheduled to stream tomorrow. We might be watching a few of them, but I don't think we're streaming any tomorrow.
We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. So make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure you're following us on social media, which is right here, The Movie Couple, and just my name, Wendy Lee Zaney, on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, if you're subscribed, then you'll see our community tab, which is where I'm trying to remember to post updates there and not just on Twitter. So there is that. All right, guys, we will see you in the next one. Bye.